Most motorcycle engines don't die on the road, they die in the garage. The shocking truth is that thousands of riders unknowingly shorten their engine's life every single time they change their oil. Do it the common way, and your bike could be worn out by 10,000 miles. Do it the right way, and the same engine can push 70,000 miles or more without a rebuild. This isn't a gimmick. It's a simple oil change secret that 80% of riders have never even heard about. Today, I'll show you exactly what it is and how it can save your engine, your money, and maybe your entire bike. Number 1. Be smart about additives. Walk into an auto parts store, and you'll see shelves of oil additives promising miracles. Most of them aren't worth your money, and some can even harm a motorcycle clutch. That said, a few have proven benefits if used correctly. Molybdenum disulfide is one. It plates onto metal surfaces and reduces boundary friction, which can lower wear under extreme conditions. Some ceramic-based additives work in a similar way. High-mileage oils with seal conditioners can help older engines maintain compression and reduce leaks. If you choose to use an additive, make sure it's designed for motorcycles and wet clutches, and always follow dosage instructions. But remember, additives are just the cherry on top. The fundamentals: fresh, high-quality oil, solid filtration, proper intervals, do the heavy lifting. Number 2, choose the right oil for your bike and climate. The first step in extending engine life is simply using the correct oil. Too many riders grab whatever's cheapest or whatever car oil they see on sale. Motorcycle engines are different. They run hotter, rev higher, and share oil with the gearbox and clutch. That means the oil has to lubricate, cool, and protect multiple systems at once. Mineral oils are fine in theory, but they break down quickly in these conditions and need to be replaced often. Synthetic oil, on the other hand, is engineered with stable, uniform molecules that don't shear down as easily. It resists high heat, maintains viscosity at extreme RPMs, and holds up longer under load. For most modern motorcycles, especially in hotter climates or under heavy use, synthetic is the smarter choice. Semi-synthetics can be a good middle ground for older bikes with sensitive seals, but whatever you choose, make sure it's motorcycle rated. Using the wrong oil, like an automotive blend with friction modifiers, can cause your clutch to slip and wear out prematurely. Spend a little extra for the right oil, and you'll buy years of extra life for your engine. Number 3. Don't trust a single interval. Most riders blindly follow the mileage listed in the manual, assuming it applies to them. The truth is, those intervals are based on ideal conditions, and very few of us actually ride that way. If your rides are short, in city traffic, or in extreme weather, you're punishing your oil far more than the manual assumes. Cold starts and stop-and-go traffic create moisture and fuel dilution in the oil, which forms acids and sludge. Track days, high RPM runs, or heavy touring put enormous stress on the oil, breaking down its protective additives much faster. And off-road riding? Dust sneaks past the air filter, contaminating oil quicker than you think. All of these conditions mean you should shorten your oil change intervals sometimes by half. A rider who changes oil at 1,500 miles in harsh use will see far less wear than someone stretching synthetic oil to 8,000 miles in those same conditions. In short, let your usage, not just the manual, dictate your oil schedule. Most riders overpay or miss hidden issues when buying a motorcycle. Our Pro Edition Survival Blueprint shows you how to inspect like a mechanic, avoid costly breakdowns, and negotiate so you never pay more than market value. Link is in the pinned comment. Number 4. Oil ages. Even when the bike sits. Many riders assume that if they don't rack up mileage, their oil is still good. That's not the case. Oil ages with time, even if the bike is parked. It absorbs moisture from the air, slowly oxidizes, and becomes acidic. That acidic oil then sits on bearings, rings, and cams during storage, quietly corroding them. The fix is simple. Change your oil before winter storage so the bike sits with clean, protective oil, and then change it again when you pull it back out in the spring. Even if you ride very few miles per year, it's smart to change oil at least once or twice annually. Oil is cheap insurance against corrosion, and replacing it regularly will keep your engine internals clean and free from pitting. Number 5. Replace the oil filter. every single time. An oil change without a new filter is like taking a shower and putting on dirty clothes. Many manuals even suggest changing the filter every other oil change, but this is penny-wise, pound-foolish. Filters clog with soot, dirt, and microscopic metal particles. Once they're clogged, they either restrict flow or open the bypass valve, sending dirty oil back through the engine. That defeats the whole point of changing the oil in the first place. A new quality filter every time ensures your fresh oil stays clean as long as possible. Don't cheap out here. Low-quality filters can collapse or bypass too easily. Stick to OEM filters or proven aftermarket brands. It's a tiny expense that makes a huge difference over tens of thousands of miles. Number 6. Install a magnetic drain plug. Here's a trick most riders don't know. Your standard filter can't catch ultrafine steel particles from gears and cams. Those tiny bits keep circulating in the oil and act like sandpaper on your engine. A simple magnetic drain plug solves this by attracting and holding those ferrous particles every time you ride. When you change oil, you just wipe away the gray fuzz that's collected on the magnet. Over time, this dramatically reduces microabrasion inside the engine. For less than $25, you're pulling out debris your filter can't touch. Many riders are shocked the first time they see how much metal a magnet collects, even from a healthy engine. It's one of the cheapest, smartest upgrades you can make. Number 7. Keep your oil and engine cool. Heat is the silent killer of engine oil. High temperatures thin the oil, burn off additives, and create varnish inside the motor. Air-cooled bikes sitting in traffic or blasting down hot highways are especially vulnerable. Even liquid-cooled bikes suffer if the cooling system isn't maintained. One of the best ways to extend oil and engine life is to control oil temperature. For air-cooled engines, an aftermarket oil cooler can make a dramatic difference, dropping bulk oil temps by 15 to 25 degrees. That small drop keeps the oil stable, reduces consumption, and prevents sludge. Even without an add-on cooler, riders can help by keeping radiators clean, replacing coolant on schedule, and shutting down an air-cooled engine instead of idling endlessly in summer traffic. Choosing the correct viscosity oil for your climate is another big one. Don't run a thin oil in extreme heat if your manual allows a heavier grade. The cooler and more stable your oil, the longer your engine lasts. Number 8. Warm up the right way. Many riders let their bikes idle for minutes before riding, thinking they're being gentle. In reality, that idling dumps raw fuel and moisture into the oil, while the gearbox and other internals stay cold. It does more harm than good. The better way is short and simple. Start the bike, give it 30 to 60 seconds for oil pressure to stabilize, then ride off gently. Keep the revs and load light until the coolant is warm and the oil has had a few minutes to come up to temperature. This way, the whole engine, not just the top end, warms evenly, condensation burns off, and wear is minimized. Those first few minutes of operation are when most engine wear occurs, so treating them carefully will add years of life. Number 9. Switch oil. Types correctly. Switching from mineral to synthetic, or from one grade to another, doesn't have to be complicated, but it should be done thoughtfully. On a brand new bike, run the break-in oil or a conventional oil until the rings seat properly, then switch to your long-term choice. On an older bike, switching to synthetic can sometimes reveal minor leaks, since synthetic flows more easily through tired seals. That doesn't mean synthetic caused the leak, it just exposed it. Be ready to refresh old gaskets or use a semi-synthetic if leaks are an issue. What you should avoid are harsh flush products designed for cars. Wet clutches and motorcycle bearings don't need solvent baths. If your engine is dirty inside, the safe way is a couple of short oil change intervals with a good detergent oil. Over time, that will clean it out gently without risk. Number 10. Consider used oil analysis. For riders who really want to know what's happening inside their engine, oil analysis is like a blood test. You send a sample of your drained oil to a lab, and they measure viscosity, additives, fuel dilution, coolant contamination, and even microscopic wear metals. The results can tell you if your intervals are too long, if a specific component is wearing abnormally, or if your engine is running hot. Commercial fleets use oil analysis to stretch engine life, and riders can benefit from it too. Doing one every year or two removes guesswork. Instead of hoping you're changing oil often enough, you'll know for sure. It's inexpensive, and it provides peace of mind. And sometimes, it catches a problem before it becomes a disaster.